Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's me, Mama Do. And today is October 31st, 2021. I say today. If you know me, you know I'm recording this actually the night before. But it's coming out at 8 a.m. on October 31st. And if I have added this up correctly, even with my several days in the hospital this month, due to that massive infection in my face and my mouth. And yeah, anyway, I'm doing all this wonderful healing from it. But even with all that happening, this, if I've added it up correctly, this is number 31 missing person intuitive case for October 2021. Hashtag bring them home. We have to talk about them. We need to tell what we do know. We need to tell phone numbers for people to notify other people when they've had interactions with the people. Maybe they saw them with somebody else. Were they comfortable? Were they not comfortable? Where were they located? What were they doing? Well, let's start talking about this person. If you'll notice on that little screen thing that starts at the beginning, I changed the date because this person has not been seen since October the 10th, 2021. And that little news blip, it said this is not true. They haven't been seen since the 10th. Okay? So this young man's name is Tegan Daugherty, 15 years old. And on October the 10th, which was a Sunday morning, his mom got up, she got him up, everybody started doing their household chores, getting things done. And then they noticed he was just gone, a little bit after 9 o'clock. Now they said they got up about 6, okay? And about 9, he was just gone. He was supposed to be cleaning out his fish tank. So they get to searching for him. They get to looking around for him. And they realize he's taking his bike. It's black with neon green lettering and around the inside of the tires. It's a Stingray. It's not a 10-speed or 21-speed. It's a Stingray. At least that's what we called it in my day. But anyways, let's go back to talking about Tegan. So he's on this black bicycle with neon green stripes. And he loves riding his bicycle. He rides it everywhere. He really enjoys it. Tegan was born August 15, 2006. He has brown hair, hazel eyes, stands about 5'6", weighs 140 pounds. And his mother says that he has cognitive issues. So even though he may be this, growing into his teen years, mentally he's about 9 or 10 years of age. So he's got some less than mature ways about him. His perception of things is not as keen as most teenagers would be by that time. Alright? So what else did they discover that day? Something very unusual. He's supposed to be cleaning out this fish tank, right? Well, there's no fish in the tank now. He had put them in a Tupperware bowl, they said, or some kind of Tupperware container. And apparently when he left the house on his bicycle, he took the fish with him. They started calling around to all the neighbors to see if anybody had seen him leaving. And one neighbor said, yeah, I saw him a little bit after 9. Yeah, he was on his bike. Well, the police was putting out information about him and asking all the neighbors to walk their properties. Walk your property lines. See if you find any evidence that he's been around. So 2 days after he goes missing on the 12th, he goes missing on the 10th. On the 12th, a neighbor finds his backpack. Inside the backpack is the Tupperware container with the fish in it, and they're still alive. Okay, as far as my thoughts on this is, I don't know how Tegan was dressed when he left. I do know it gets very cold in parts of Tennessee, and he is in Loudon, Tennessee, which is, I didn't even look to see, was it close to Memphis? Or, oh, it's not too far out of Knoxville. It gets real nice and cold there. Yeah, without a doubt. So, they find the backpack, but they don't find anything else. There's no mention of any type of a struggle or an accident. No sighting of his bicycle anymore. And today's the 31st. So he's been gone 21 days. Does he have a history of running away? Yes. Has he ever been gone like this? No. No, as a matter of fact, the first time his mom said he was gone 1 hour. But he was found by the Loudon police and they brought him back. The second time he was gone about 7 hours and he was on foot. And he made it about 7 miles away in that time. Well, he is young. They have a lot more stamina than some of us do as we get older. Now tonight I'm seeing the weather. It's actually showing me the weather. I didn't mean to press that too much. Come on. It's showing me in Gatlinburg, which is just to the west of there. East of there, excuse me. It's some light rain. So, and it's about 50-something degrees. So I'm really hoping after 21 days that Loudon is okay. That no harm has come to him. That he hasn't been kidnapped or hit by a car, hurt by somebody. But where is he? Has somebody taken him in and kind of taken him under their wing to help him possibly mature and grow up through some of this? And maybe life at home wasn't so bad after all. Because when you're older, you do have more responsibility and expectation from others. So let's talk to Spirit. Because there's a whole lot of what ifs. Because that is literally all they know. Or at least that's all they're allowing the public information about. So, Spirit guide, angels, and ancestors, please provide us an affirmation card for all those invested in this reading regarding Tegan, Daugherty, 15 years old, out of Loudon, Tennessee, who's been missing since October the 10th. Today I will make a difference. Today I will stay focused, work hard, and do my very best in everything I do. Staying focused and working hard. Putting in the effort to make the contacts, to ask the questions, to ask the hard questions. Okay? So let's see what the synopsis is to the disappearance of Tegan, Daugherty, 15 years old, out of Loudon, Tennessee. Nope, not that many spirits. Can I have one or two? I do believe Spirit wants to talk about this case. Not enough. Frustrated in a relationship. Lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. Okay. Does that leave a lot of room for running away? Absolutely. But Tegan, if you're hearing this reading through somebody's Facebook, through somebody's YouTube channel, please know that it's safe to go home. Nobody's mad at you. Nobody is looking to cause you any discomfort. Please make contact, as everyone wants to make sure that you're safe. There's other avenues besides you being out in the wilderness, and that's pretty much what it is like for a 15-year-old to be alone, unless somebody has taken them in under their wing. It's like being in the wilderness. So, the romance card for this reading is pay attention to the red flags. What went wrong? What isn't being told? What went wrong? Something went really wrong. The signs are cautioning you. It's not adding up. Something's not like the others. Something is not what's the word I'm looking for here, Spirit? Something is very different than it appears. And the Archangel card, Spirit gave you two. I'm keeping them because they flipped up. Is to use gentleness. This is a very gentle child, turning into a gentle giant as he continues to age. Archangel Sandalphon, be very gentle with yourself at this time and surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. And there are a lot of gentle people ready to bring comfort to your situation, Tegan. Clairvoyance. Archangel Raziel, I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Clearly see what's in your best interest is what that is really saying. So let's see if we can get spirits to give us any details about the actual disappearance of Tegan, Daugherty. Where is he? What happened? Why did he leave? Did he leave voluntarily? Did anything else occur that we're not aware of? Okay, so there was a hell of a fight, huh? That's what I got that impression from about the red flag. Been a lot of fighting, a lot of fussing, a lot of feuding, a lot of mouthing going on. Nobody wants to tell that story, do they? 5 of Wands. Wow. Wow, really? Hitting. Lots of hitting. Lots of ego involved here. Oh, sure, just throwing it out here. The Empress in reverse. not seeing a way to overcome this difficult time, this difficult... I'm freezing, by the way. When y'all see me doing this with my hands in my shirt, it's because I'm cold, alright? And I hope and pray that Tegan is not cold at this time. But this is not knowing how to get a better solution. Feeling at your wits' end. 8 of Cups. It's always been this way. It's always going to be this way. That's really sad. 10 of Pentacles. Looking for loyalty. Looking towards a friend. Looking towards a mentor. This feels like an older person. An older gentleman. Looks like a mountaineer. Looks like a... I don't want to offend anybody. It looks like somebody who's very familiar with the mountains. They don't watch a lot of TV. They may not even own a TV. They may not even know what's going on. It's basically them and their dog. They got a little change put up. They don't have much bills. They eat pretty good. And here's Tegan. Yeah, there's Tegan. Hiding out. Trying to find some peace and some comfort. So, Tegan feels very unhappy. The 9 of Cups in reverse. So this is not where he belongs. This doesn't make him happy at all. 7 of Swords. Like he is all by himself fighting this world. And all of these people hitting him. If it's not physical hitting, it's absolutely emotional. Being very harsh on this child. And I'm saying a child. He may be 15. But mentally he's 9 or 10. So he may be as big as a 15-year-old. 5'6". Heck, he's taller than me. I mean, I've got a 13-year-old in the next room that stands like 5'4". And I've got a 14-year-old in the next room that stands over 6 foot. They grow up awful quick. But he felt like he had nobody to defend him, nobody to help him, nobody in his corner to support him. So he chose to follow his heart, follow his emotions. He's got a lot of emotions, okay? He really does. And he didn't think it very clearly through because there was other resources to help him, such as talking to a teacher or a principal at school if he's been facing abuse or neglect, or even if he really isn't, but it's his perception, to talk to somebody and get the counseling that's needed to help him over that hump. Because to remind you, this is an intuitive reading. Hold on. Just realized my cat had moved my camera again. What else is new? This is his perception. This is what Tegan is telling me through his energy. That's how he felt. That's not necessarily to say that it's the actual truth. He may have just felt picked on because he had to do his chores. Well, that's every teenager right there, right? So he was done with it. He was tired. He was fed up. I am out of here. I'm out. And he's not walking away because you can see he can't walk off the cliff and get anywhere. So he takes his bicycle and his backpack with his fish in it. It's really cute there. But now, he's looking back, and he's missing home. He's missing Mom. He's missing his bed, his belongings. And he's scared to go home. Will this man let him go home now? I mean, this man has been taking care of him for a few days. Who is this person that is helping Tegan out, Spirit? Is this a friend, a family member? The King of Pentacles. Somebody he greatly appreciates. Somebody he greatly respects. Somebody he sees as being like the old man of the mountain. You know, that one neighbor that everybody waves at because they got the best looking lawn. They always seem to have everything that they need. This person's got a past, though. I'm not saying that's who they are today, but they have a past. Okay, so the clarifier for the King of Pentacles is the Queen of Swords. So this King of Pentacles, who doesn't say a whole lot, they're kind of quiet. They're very protective of their home. This Queen of Swords is not their wife. It feels very much like it's their daughter. And she's an adult too. The king feels very elderly, like older than me. Okay, I'm 56. This king feels older. My age or older. And this is their adult daughter. Is this King of Pentacles causing any harm to Tegan? Is anybody in the King of Pentacles home or energy causing any harm to Tegan? I don't want to say an old moonshiner. I don't. No, these are good people. These are good people. They just want to help the kid out. They want to help the kid to become more emotionally balanced, more appreciative of the beauty and the joy of their life. And like I was saying about a moonshiner, I don't think this person is a moonshiner, but they have a history of being the man of the mountain. You know, they're one of the old timers. And the High Priestess is clarified by the Two of Wands, wanting him to. They're waiting for him to say, "I'm ready to go home." They're waiting to see what his decision is going to be. They're not pressing him. This would probably be pretty much an ideal situation for this kid if only somebody knew where he was at. He's not in danger. Not from these people. He's got what he needs. And he's comfortable there. But he is missing home. He misses his bed. He misses his life as he knew it before. Two of Pentacles. Wow. So he's back and forth. I don't want to go through that anymore. I don't want to be pushed into a corner. I don't want to be shoved aside. I don't want to be talking to like that anymore. That wasn't right. But I miss my mom, and I miss my family, and I miss my life. And maybe it wasn't quite what I thought it was. Maybe I had a part I played in this. I'm not so sure that he is mature enough emotionally and cognitively to possibly see his responsibility in situations. So with that Two of Pentacles, it's clarified by the deaths. No, not him dying. No. This is the card meaning to let go of the way things used to be and grab a hold of the new way of doing things. Yeah, this is all about growth. This is all about learning to take responsibility for your actions, your thoughts, your words. Maturing. Is some of you, if you've heard other readings, may have heard me say, you can either keep doing what you've always done and keep getting what you've always gotten, which was not enough. Not enough. Or you can put that old way of doing things away. Pick up this new way of doing things and start having progress. Start taking responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility for your words. Take responsibility for your life. To mature. To grow. And they're letting him make up his own mind here. I really don't feel like these people have a TV. I see them watching the sunset. I see them sitting in their home, and it looks like under candlelight. I'm not so sure that these people have true electricity. And that might be a signal for many of you that live in that area to check with your friends. Check with acquaintances that you know that live off the grid some. Some that are up in the mountains, so just a little bit. That are a little bit living backwards without electricity. That most likely don't have a TV. And there's nothing wrong with living like that. Shoot. Some of the best living there is. So, will Tegan go home? Will Tegan make contact with his family, his friends, and his soul tribe? Will the police locate Tegan? Yes. He will reach out with love. He absolutely will. That's the Knight of Cups. And if it's not Tegan actually reaching out, it's going to be the person that locates him. The person that walks up to this house and sees Tegan sitting over there on the porch. Sees his bike from a distance. But there's going to be an offer of love. There's going to be an offer to stabilize this relationship and bring a positive outcome to this. And it's because people cherish what's important to them. And there's a new balance coming. That'll be coming between mainly the perception that Tegan is carrying. Whether he was abused or not abused, that'll be for the police to investigate. But he absolutely thinks he was. He absolutely thinks he was neglected, just at the very least, okay? So what's the most likely outcome of this reading? The Hangman in reverse. Yep, climbing out of that tree of standing back and not doing anything but thinking it over and over and over and over again. And now going, okay, yeah, that's supposed to happen, so let me get in motion. And let's make it happen. And that's clarified by the Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah. That it's time to go forward to this family that's broken right now. This family that is devastated, not knowing where Tegan is at, if he's safe, if he's warm, is he hungry? Has somebody hurt him? Did somebody grab him? Where is he? This is looking deeper at the situation and putting questions out there of how can we make this Ten of Cups that's upside down, how can we turn it over and have a happy house, a happy spouse, 2.5 kids, a white picket fence, and a big old SUV in the driveway. Look at friends, look at family, look at soul tribe. Look at somebody who is living off the grid. I can't stress that enough. In particular, somebody's got a porch. I see them on the porch. The sun's starting to set. Relaxing. They got a dog or a cat. They got a pet. And they have a child living there or very close to them. Okay? So, Tegan, I implore you myself to please call somebody, even if it's just the police department, to notify them of where you're at and that you are safe. The fire prints, but it came out sideways, so I take it in the reverse. It's the card advice for this reading. That's number 40, which means we're almost to the end of this lesson. So, I don't believe we have too many more days before Tegan, his location, his whereabouts will be discovered. So, with the fire prince as a challenger, there are a couple of messages delivered by the fire prince. So take heed, as one or both could pertain to you now. Be mindful of starting a fire you can't put out. So make sure you're telling the truth. Don't start fires you can't put out. Aggressive action results in loss. Slow down and don't be so eager to reach your goal. Stay clear of someone else's unbridled ambition and aggression as well. If you think you could get burned, you most likely will, unless you remove yourself from the action. When the fire prince arrives, and you know, that goes to Tegan running away. He removed himself from the action so that he would not get burned. And when the fire prince arrives as a challenger, he could also be warning you to be careful of burnout. This might pertain to workaholism or obviously focusing on something you want, excluding all else. You may be afraid to let go, but you must. If you keep going the way you are, truly you won't have any energy left, nor will you see your way through your path. It's easy to get lost in the dark when there's no flame to light the way. Watch that flame. Don't let it go out. That's your inspiration. That's a fire burning deep within your soul. So, Tegan, please call home. Or one of these people that lived in this man's home. Somebody please notify the Loudon Police Department. Let me see if I can find the phone number for that. Let's see here. I don't see it on this article. Figures. Oh, there we go. 865-485. I keep saying that backwards. 865-458-9081. Once again, 865-458-9081. I can't stress enough that somebody needs to let others know where he's at so that they can talk to him and find out exactly what happened, and if there needs to be a removal from the home permanently or just temporarily to allow some counseling and knowledge. Hi, Buttercup. My intuitive cat wants to see him home as well. So, Buttercup, come on, hop down. Thank you, baby girl. But 31 missing people, intuitive readings in 31 days have been completed for Bring Them Home October. Now we'll see what Spirit wants to do for November, besides the 3 every Monday. I have to admit, these are the most draining readings that I do because I am connecting with so many energies involved in these disappearances, these people vanishing. Sometimes it has to do with runaways, some adults who decide to start life over. Many times it has to do with somebody who was taken away by somebody else involuntarily. And the culprit will come in to the reading, usually in a very arrogant style or very terrified style. But it's very draining because I really don't want to deal with the culprit's personality. I do it for the information. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all go now, and I'll see y'all soon with your next reading. Namaste.